Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or whatever time it is, wherever you guys are in the world, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. We have a stacked one today. We have got some signings coming in, £55 million spent on a single player, players leaving the club. You guys are going to decide on pre-contracts that join us, all sorts of good things to come. Now, I just want to say, obviously, this is episode 49, so next episode is the big 5-0, and it will be, of course, a longer episode for you as well. What I can do alongside having the longer portion of the episode is, because I think we've got a few tough games coming up, I might even throw in Facecam alongside it as well if you guys want that. Let me know in a comment below, but obviously with it being episode 50, even if Facecam doesn't come into it, there is still going to be a guaranteed longer episode as it is episode 50 of the series. So make sure you've got the notification bell turned on so you're notified whenever the new video goes live. It will be probably Sunday for you all. That's the time I'm thinking. Obviously it's Friday when you're watching this, hopefully, so I'm thinking Sunday will be the longer episode, but we'll see what happens regardless. Like I said, we're jumping into the game today. First up was Bologna, and it's going to be the post-com section into the live-com for all the transfer window side of things. You guys know my favourite part about a career mode is getting money in, being able to spend it, and spend big as well. So 55 million quid getting spent on a single player. You'll see who that player is in a few moments' time. But this game right here, bit of a struggle. We didn't start off too great. We're struggling to find real clear-cut chances, and it took us until the 62nd minute before Kangin Lee curled us in front. And then, with the 70th minute, we should have been 2-0 in front. Kangin Lee again going closest, but that header was pretty poor from somebody that you would expect this is a similar outcome. You know, we know he's not really great in the air, Kangin Lee. Still a very young player, and that's what I really like about this Inter Milan side, is we've gone back to having, you know, youth in the side. And it's not like we've got like a standout world-class player. We've got good players, good quality players, but we've also got a few young players in there. You know, Nico Barella was a find, even though he's injured at the moment, which is a bit disappointing. Tonali starting centre-mid. Partey is probably our best player in terms of rating. But, you know, you look at it, and we've got some really good players that are really coming together and making his team pretty good. So, at the end of the 90 minutes in Game 1 against Bologna, we held on to a 2-0 win. And it was a good result because we now move into the live bit of the episode for the transfer window, live game against Fiorentina, and some other good stuff as well. Enjoy it, guys. Welcome to the live part now, guys. I am excited for this bit because we've got a few things to go through. Firstly, some departures. We're into the January transfer window. I was about to say summer transfer window, but we're not. We're halfway through the season. We're into the January transfer window. We've got a few emails to go through and such. Akolo wants to leave the club. I'm quite happy for that to happen. Now, we've received an offer for Christian Portu from Arsenal. Originally, I was going to let him go, but he's actually been okay for us. But I'm going to negotiate this and try and get about 20 million quid. If they accept that deal, which I doubt they will, I'll be more than happy to accept that. Because in the grand scheme of it, I think we can get a better player for a cheaper price, honestly. So, although Portu's been okay, he's done the job. For 20 million quid, Emery, you can have him as long as you are willing to match that. Which they're not. So I'm going to go no less than 18.5, and that is my final offer for Unai Emery. That will take our budget over 100 million. And it's not accepted, it's rejected. So, yeah, Emery doesn't want him for 18.5. That was my lowest offer. That's quite happy with me. So, as you can see right here, Maguire, he's left the club. He's gone to Spurs as part of that deal that we negotiated last episode. Cosciello's gone. He's off to Real Madrid, the Santiago Bernabeu, for 35 million. Candreva's left as well to Ghent, one of the teams he faced in our Europa League group. Bernie left the club, Palazzi left the club, Manaj left the club, and that is all the outgoings currently done. We've got a youth squad monthly report, which we're going to go through at one other time. This guy, by the way, we picked him up, 89 to 94 potential. There's also Colombo in here, 80 to 94. But we've actually got one of the best players in our youth academy from Korea, and that's this guy right here. So I could actually promote him right now. He's 60 rated. I'm going to train him. In fact, let me promote and see what his weak foot and skill moves are. With a potential like that, you've got to pray that he's got a good weak foot and skill moves. Please. You know what? It's workable. 3-star, 4-star. I'm going to train this guy up, Han, and see if we can get into a good overall to start playing some games, because that potential was deadly. But away from that, guys, and now that we've lost Cosciello, now that we've lost Maguire, we need a centre-back, that is for sure. We've got to go out and bring one in. Got a lot of players in our shortlist, as you can see right here. Quite a few of these players, though, are actually, well, I'd say unavailable, because if you actually take a look at them in a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. Mauro Icardi, by the way, was a suggestion. Trying to get him back, potentially, which we do have the money to do it. I don't think we'll be able to actually make that deal happen, though. Right, so this is the bit I was talking about. So a lot of these players that are on this list right now are available on pre-contract. So first up, Rodrigo Bentancur. Then we've got Dybala. Then we've got Douglas Costa. Then we've got Kai Havertz, who actually isn't, but it was a suggestion. Pulisic is. Forsberg is. Bernardo Silva is. You know, I'm going through and you can see there's a lot of these guys that are really good players who would improve our squad and available on pre-contracts. Dembele, Isco, Koke. Now, the problem is I don't want to go too over the top, meaning I don't want to sign players who are ridiculously good right now. That's going to be too easy for us, you know, i.e. making a team stupidly good. So I'm going to limit it, but I've not decided how I'm going to limit it yet. So the first port of call is to go out and buy a new centre-back. But until we've made our decision regarding the centre-back, we are actually going to have to play against Cagliari. I'm not going to play this one. I'm going to sim it. We have a 4-point gap over AC Milan, and hopefully we will do the job. Peter Robinson's going to fill in at centre-back for the most part of the minute. Worst case scenario is that we end up bringing in maybe a midfielder, CDM, and then play Robinson at centre-back instead. There's 2 goals very, very quickly. Partey and then Jermaine getting the party started here. I'm going to skip through this because it's a bit long, and we ended up winning by 3-1. Gordson and Demir buys goals the difference. So that is the win, and now we can really focus all our intentions into the transfer window. I have found our Maguire replacement, and it is in the form of this young man, Matthias de Ligt. Obviously plays at Ajax in real life, and currently being linked with numerous different clubs. He's playing for Leicester in the Premier League at this current point, but he's got every attribute that I look for in a centre-back. As you guys know, I like playing our way out of defence, so this kid can do everything. He's got great short passing. In fact, I can show you his attributes right here, so let me take a look. Not the slowest in terms of that one. Got good acceleration and really good sprint speed. His composure's good, his interceptions are good, aggression's alright, his jumping's okay. He's 6'2" as well, so he doesn't really need it. Strength, 93 strength. Doesn't look like he's got that, but he has. And this is where I was on about it. I like playing him out of defence. So ball control, 75. Heading accuracy's good at 89. The short passing at 82 is what I really look at as well. Marking, the shot power. Not really near the shot power, but standing tackle, slide tackle. Like I said, every attribute that I would look for in a ball-playing defender. So going to try and get him in as a replacement to Harry Maguire. He's going to cost us a bit more than we got in for Maguire. But I think he's a better player. So, and he's also younger. You've got to take that into consideration as well. You know, he is younger than Maguire was. So I'm going to go in with a cheeky offer immediately and give them 48.5. It's under the valuation which we got given to us. And they said originally 50 was the lowest point. So 68 is far too much to be paying for a centre-back. I know he's a quality centre-back and one that can last for years, but that's a little bit too much in my opinion. So 55 we're going to go in next. And they accepted the 55. Not sure actually now. I've got this done and we just need to give him the contract. But now I'm like, do we take that £55 million deal? Do I take it? Or do I get somebody else? I don't know. Like, that's a lot of money. We received 42.5 for Harry Maguire originally, is what we got in for him. He could do a similar type of thing to de Ligt in terms of the passing game. He was just not cutting it for me. I just didn't really like him all that much. So we're basically going to be paying 12.5 more for a player that's got higher potential, one better overall, and is considerably younger. So I think that's a good deal. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract, and he's going to be on probably about 100 grand a week. So in the grand scheme of it, that's not that bad. You combine the money we got for Cosiello and for Maguire, I think we've got a good deal here. No release clause. Quite happy with that. 4-year contract. Crucial squad wall. He wants 55 grand a week as well. That is a lot lower than I was expecting. I'll give you 65 and I can take away the bonus. How about that? 65 grand a week and he's happy. Well, we've got a bargain there in terms of the contract. Just not so much for the £55 million we've paid for him. But there we go. Matthias de Ligt in. He is a replacement to Harry Maguire, which means Peter Robinson no longer is needed at centre-back. We can get rid of that and move, obviously, where is he? There he is. De Ligt into there. Our squad's looking incredibly thin at the minute, though. That's the only issue. Barella, still out injured, of course, for the next sort of 5-6 months-ish. He's not going to be back anytime soon, but we have got quite a thin squad here, so we might have to think about just bringing in some squad depth. Okay, well, guys, I have found a new signing for us. Goes by the name of Maximilian Eggestein. I apologize if I've got that wrong. However, this guy is available right now. And as we have just recently got rid of Cosiello, I feel we need to make sure, especially in terms of our squad depth right now, it's not looking great. So he's worth 29.5, but he has a release clause of 20.9, which we are going to skip. Go ahead and pay it, and then just try and negotiate a contract with him. He can play cam, CDM, or centre midfield, so he's got a lot to him. And I think then I'll just use Peter Robinson as a centre-back instead of a CDM. I think I feel like he'd be better in that position. So, Eggestein, we're going to try and negotiate a contract with him. He's going to be on a low amount of money as well, which is why it's perfect, this. And then after that, the only real thing I've got left to do is make some pre-contract signings, but I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to leave some like polls at the top right-hand side of the video so that you guys can decide on like which players you want us to bring in. All right, he's in. 60 grand a week for Eggestein, and he comes in to play already in this side. So a bit more depth. We just really needed to get that in, I think, over the line. So we've done that, and that's pretty good. 20.9 million we paid. Like I said, for a squad player, can play a lot of positions. He's a solid player, got engine trait, can play for days. 99 stamina. Didn't even see that. So he's not going to miss a game unless injured. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Please don't have jinxed it now. I'm going to actually play him in this first game, or in his first game in a minute now. And both of our new signings are to make their debut right here today. De Ligt starts at centre-back and Eggestein starts in CDM up against Fiorentina away from home. After this, we're going to focus on some pre-contract signings, and you guys will decide which ones we bring in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it into positions, and we're only going to bring in a maximum of 1 from 3 different positions. So maximum 3 players on pre-contracts. I feel like 3 is a respectable amount. It's not too many, and it won't drastically change the team next season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to limit it to 3. And you guys will decide on those 3 who come in. Demir by early touches for Maximilian. And that's what I'm going to call him from the most part, because I've got a feeling I'm saying his name wrong. Demir by through towards Gordson. Gordson fake shots it back inside. Noah Gordson goes down. A penalty is given. I'm not sure that it was really a penalty. It looked like a little bit of a dive from Noah. But the referee has pointed to the spot, much to the frustration of the Fiorentina players. You can see, is there really that much in it? I don't know. But it's going to be Martinez from the spot to give us the lead here in the game. And Lautaro Martinez makes no mistake whatsoever and grabs his 14th goal of this league campaign. 14th goal in the 14th minute. Inter 1, Fiorentina 0. As I said, was it a dive from Gordson? I'll let you guys decide that in the comment section. But don't fault Lautaro Martinez, because his penalty was composed and he basically just sat the keeper down before placing it on the other side of him. Good penalty. Nice move, actually, this. And this might be danger. De Ligt with a first bit of defending to do, and he does it brilliantly. Gets his head to that and sends it away as Noah Gordson now, the man who won the penalty, drives inside. Look at the run from the other side from Rafinha if he can find him. What a ball from Gordson. Look at De Ligt. Look at De Ligt. Oh, it nearly went all the way through to him. Did you see De Ligt? He went bursting up there, straight through the middle, and was like, I'm going to go on this. And we nearly actually found him with a cross. If he'd have scored that, that would have been hilarious. Maximilian now on the ball, just keeping hold of it. And I tell you what, De Ligt there could have had his first goal for the club. Imagine the scenes, yeah? If he'd have got on the end of that. Oh, that's a good ball. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. That's a great ball. And now it's panic stations, and there's nothing we can do about it. Fiorentina back in the game. What a finish. Oh, my goodness. What a finish. What a finish. I just couldn't catch them. The ball gets sent through. Rullison out of position, and then it's beyond Frank before he even really attempts to dive at it. Look at this. Shot comes in, and then Frank then reacts, but it's like, what was that reaction? It might have been a little bit of inexperience, by the way, between the 2 new centre-backs, because look how close they are here. De Ligt shouldn't be that close to his partner in De Vrij. He should be on the other side, and that ball can't go through, but a sensational pass it was as well, and it was onside. Full credit to Fiorentina, who fought their way back into this game, and now it's back to all square. Gordson cutting on the right foot. Very nearly won the penalty, and he's got another. Fiorentina 1 into 2. Gordson on the score sheet now. I don't know why I said he's got another. I meant he's done it again in terms of cutting inside of that fullback, and it looked like he was a little bit scared there, the fullback. I don't know if you saw it. Didn't want to commit himself, because I'm guessing after giving away the penalty, you can see right here, doesn't get close to him. There's the fake shot back inside, and he just doesn't want to get tight on him. And then at that point, it's too much time for Gordson, who just slots it into the back of the net. Into back in front here. And it wasn't too long, straight after we'd conceded, that we now get another goal. Martinez, Rafinha, and there's a sudden gap opening up in Fiorentina's backline as Rafinha bursts through. Rafinha for number 3. Too heavy a touch. I knew as soon as I touched it, I'd taken it a little bit too far, and the keeper could come and get it. But at that point, he took it on the wrong foot as well. I actually wanted it left foot, and he took it right. Header in from De Vrij straight at the goalkeeper. We should have been 3-1 in front there. I've wasted that chance, and if it comes back to bite us, I've got myself to blame. Partey, Maximilian towards Gordson, given away. Totally not set in stone about Maximilian at this current time. Misplaced a couple of passes so far. What he has done, though, is win the ball back a couple of times, too. If he can improve on his passing game, he will actually be in for a good appearance here today. Martinez, Partey, struggling to really get the opportunity for Martinez to have a clear-cut shot. Partey, Eggestein, Maximilian. Oh, what was that? Off the crossbar. That would have been a nice way to introduce yourself, wouldn't it? I can't believe he's at the woodwork there. Demirbay through to Martinez. Martinez, again with a touch. Why have we got so many poor touches all of a sudden? Should have been... I've wasted now 3 other chances we had to go 3-1 in front. That if they come back, I have myself to blame for it. Got to be finishing these off. Martinez for Rafinha, and he's in on goal here. No, well, not really in on goal, but you know what I'm saying. Trying to drag it back towards the edge of the area. It comes to Eggestein. It's 3-1 into Milan. And it's a debut goal for Maximilian. £20 million signing. Release clause played. I can't even remember which club he was playing for. But anyways, doesn't matter now because he's an Inter Milan player. And he's now an Inter Milan scorer as well. The cutback from Rafinha, I'm not going to lie, was actually meant for Martinez. But it went all the way through. And Maxi made no mistake with the finish. What a goal. 3-1. I'm going to say you have to go and win it back now after losing it. Demirbay, Gordson. Noah Gordson for number 4. Gordson for number 4. It's straight at the goalkeeper. And it's going to be the final contribution he makes today because he's coming off. Barco on. Kengan Leon too as well for Demirbay. And I think I'm going to bring on Tonali for Thomas Partey. So 3 changes all made now to see us out for the rest of this game. I think the 3 points are secure, but you never know. Rafinha delivers the corner in. Kangin straight into the action, but unable to win the header. Look at the run here. Barco might be able to get the shot away. Nope, not quite. Falls to Maximilian, though, who is going to find Rafinha. Left-footed by trade and not really the greatest right foot either, so I don't really trust him to hit that, if I'm being brutally honest. Tonali towards Barco. What a pass through. Barco off the bench to score and make it 4. Lovely move, and that's our 3 points secured. What a finish as well from Barco. Get in. Look at this. Rafinha's back heel. Tonali's ball through first time towards Barco. Pulls it on the right foot. Unleashes the shot to the top corner. No chance, goalkeeper. Well, we're going to see the game out, but there's been a good passing move there from Fiorentina that's going to make them get a second. I tell you what, if they'd have played like that for the other bit of this game, they would have got something out of this one. That was an unbelievable move. I literally couldn't get near them. I tried highlighting so many players, and I swear I concentrated for so long trying to win back that ball. I wasn't able to do it. But there's the full-time whistle. 4-2 win against Fiorentina. That makes it another victory for us in the Serie A 2. And other than the 2 chances we had against our goal, they scored them both, the 2 shots on target they had. So, bit disappointed to do on that, but nothing I can do at the end of the day. At least we got the win, scoring the goals in the game that mattered. Juventus winning as well. Napoli winning. Lazio drawing. I'm not sure how AC got on, though. We need to keep tabs on that because they had a team in second. Round of 16 against Bologna coming up in the Coppa Nazionale, which I'm not sure if I'm going to play or not. We'll see in a second. Not going to be playing this one against Bologna, so we'll sim it and see if we can get a win in this one too. And I think, for the most part, I'm only going to play the 2 games today because I want you guys to now make some decisions for me as we are 1-0 down against Bologna in this game. Sick. I'm going to play skip. Robinson scored. We lost 3-2 after extra time. Jovic scored with 4 minutes to go, and then they won in there. For crying out loud. They said they wanted a treble. You know what? I don't even care. I'm not even bothered about the cup. I'll be bothered about it again next year, but the matter behind this is they need to understand that we don't have enough squad depth to be competitive in the Europa League, the Calcio A, and the Coppa Nazionale. It's just not possible, all right? You've got to understand that, board. However, UEFA Team of the Year has been announced, so we're going to check that out quickly, and then I'm going to give you guys the vote on what you guys are going to decide on in terms of the pre-contract signing, so bear with me. So then, Brown makes it in as goalkeeper of the year. Fantastic. Sessegnon makes it in at left back. That's cool. So a former player of ours as well, when we played at Brighton, made it in there. Rabiot made it in there from us as well. And other than that, that is the only other player we've got in there. Dybala makes the list, Rabiot makes the list, Casemiro and Verratti as the midfielders. Mbappe and Neymar from PSG making it as the forwards. Titi, Mandy, and Cancelo as the defenders. Decent team of the year, that. Now on to the pre-contracts. Okay, guys, so in terms of the pre-contracts, because it's going to be up to you guys to decide who we actually bring in on these pre-contracts, I should say. I can't talk today. You guys are going to make the decision. Now, we don't have a full budget. We have about 400k to spend. So, I'm only going to bring in a max of 2 players now, because if you guys decide on big players, then I obviously can't afford to bring in all of them. So, here is the issue, right? You guys are going to decide, but I'm going to split them. I'm going to split them into 2 tiers. We're going to have the elite tier, which are the players above 88 and up to like the 90s. We can only pick one of these players, and you will see the list in a moment. And we can only then pick one of the good tier players, which are the other side of that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to slim this down now, and then we'll take a look at the ones that I leave. Right, for the sake of it, I'm not going to be including Mbappe in the list because he's just way too good. I'm not going to consider Neymar either. I want PSG to still be a threat. In terms of Paulo Dybala, I might leave him in there. I'm unsure yet. Isco, another one. To Stegen, we don't really need him. We've got a goalkeeper anyway. Icardi's not available on a pre-contract. Bernardo Silva. Messi's too low. Okay, so for the sake of it, I'm not sure I want Paulo Dybala in the vote because he's just way too good that it would become simple. And I want Juventus to still be a challenge when we play against them. So Dybala's going to go. Isco, again, similar to that of Dybala. I want Real Madrid to still be a challenge. So, again, do I want to put Isco in the list? I'm not sure yet. Dele Alli's another one. I've not actually used Dele Alli ever in a career mode. Ever. I've used Isco before. I've never, ever used Dele Alli. So, for that matter alone, I'm going to get rid of Isco. And then we need to slim it down. We've got Dembele, Bernardo Silva, and Lukaku. And out of these 2, right, we're looking at this and thinking, immediately here, I'm looking at this and going, I want to get one of each of these positions. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get rid of Dembele, move him out. So your elite tier to decide of is between Dele Alli, who is going to cost us about 200k, we'll say. Romelu Lukaku, which will cost us significantly more, about 250k a week. And Bernardo Silva, which will cost us, again, about 250k a week. So they're your elite tier players to decide from on a pre-contract. We can only sign one of these 3, so make your decision wisely. Okay, and your 3 in the good tier selection are these 3. We've got Pulisic, 86 rated, so he's going to cost about 100 grand a week. Bentancur from Juve, he's going to cost us about 130, 140 grand a week, but he is 85 rated as a centre midfielder. Or Mason Mount of Chelsea, who is 81 rated and will cost us around about 100k too. So they're your good tier, and these are your elite tier. We'll call them God tier, or shall we? So the 2 tiers should be at the top right-hand side of this video right now for you guys to vote on the I button. We can only sign one of both of them, so make sure you cast your vote wisely. So obviously 2 pre-contract players will be coming in. There'll be 1 from both sides, and you guys will make the decision. So we've got, what, 2 wingers, 3 midfielders, and a striker in this list, which is pretty good. So over to you guys to decide, and obviously whatever you guys decide upon, I will be acting upon at the beginning of next episode. Thank you all for watching this one, and I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Massive, massive thank you for all the support shown as well recently. I love you for everything you guys do for me on the channel. But that's it. Over to you guys now to decide. And until next time, guys, I'll get another episode of the series out once you guys have made your votes and made them counted. That's it for today as well. I'll see you all again at 4 PM tomorrow for another video, guys. Until next time, adios.